Hey everybody, how you doing today? Mark and Jen here, and we are at Devil's Lake State Park, and that is, well, we're probably about an hour outside of Madison.
Sure.
Kind of northwest of Madison. So, put that in the cooler so it doesn't blow away. And we just came up here to enjoy a nice autumn day, and it's getting to be the end of September, and yeah, so leaves are starting to turn just slightly. Even in the background over here, you might be able to see some red and yellow tinges in the leaves. A lot better than the last hike I did. Yeah, they're definitely considerably more color on the trees, but we're still haven't hit the full color of autumn yet. That's still probably a month away. But what we want to do today is we actually want to walk around Devil's Lake. There's actually trail systems all through the state park, and I think out of all of it we're going to do maybe 4 miles,
Maybe 4 miles.
something like that. But one of the things we have to do is climb a big huge ass cliff over here of just rock and stuff like that. It's pretty much what this park is known for, is that big bluff right over there, and it's just literally crumbled rocks and boulders and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I actually remember watching something on TV, and they were debating on whether or not Devil's Lake was here prior to the glaciers, because basically the glacier kind of ended just really close to this area, but they don't know if the lake was formed from the glacier or if it was here before the glacier. And this one lady was actually making more argument that it was here before the glacier. So this lake could have been here for centuries before the glaciers even got here. So that's pretty cool. But we're going to sit here and have a little bit of lunch before we take off and start our hike. We're kind of hoping that it's not going to take us too long, but like I said, we got to climb this, what, 300, 400 foot cliff over here?
Something like that.
And it's almost straight up. All right, so let's eat our lunch and then we'll hit the trail. Okay guys, so I just want to talk a little bit about Devil's Lake State Park. It is the busiest state park out of all of them here in Wisconsin. This park has everything. It's got Devil's Lake literally over there. There's swimming, kayaking, boating. There's a concession stand where you can rent kayaks and paddle boards and pedal boats and stuff like that. There's there's just so much down just at this area over here. Then on the north side of the lake over there, I tried to get a shot of it from across the lake. It's pretty much the same thing over there. I don't think they have as much on as they do over there compared to here. The south side is where we're starting. The north side is pretty cool. There's trails that go everywhere. We're not hitting all the trails, and including the Ice Age Trail that comes through here. According to the pamphlet that we have, a portion of the Ice Age Trail that goes through here is 13.7 miles just for the Ice Age Trail. Now, of course, the Ice Age Trail does use some of the park trails, but not all of it. And most of the trails are actually on top of that bluff, cliff, whatever you want to call it. And that's actually our first obstacle, is to get up that. Up there are a couple of tourist things that you can see up there. One thing is called the Devil's Doorway or the Devil's Gate. I can't remember which one it is. And it's a cool little rock formation that has kind of a doorway pass that you can see the lake through and everything. I'm hoping to get out on Devil's Doorway. I've never been there before, and I want to do it. I've seen it, but I actually want to get out onto the doorway. So that's one thing on my to-do list today. There's another thing kind of over on this side of the bluff called Balanced Rock. It's a pretty good sized rock, and it's standing up on end. That's pretty cool. There's the Elephant Rock. It's kind of shaped like an elephant head. You'll see the elephant ears, eyes, and a trunk. It's pretty cool. Over on the far side, on the west side of the lake, there's one call it Traveler's Point or something like that. I'm not too sure about that name. I think that's where some Indian burial mounds are, effigy mounds. Yeah, there's supposed to be one down here too, but I haven't been able to spot it yet, and I don't know exactly where it's at down here, so we might not be able to see the one down here. We're hoping to find it, but so far we haven't. I'm hoping to find a park ranger and maybe he can get me to, oh, it's just over there, type thing. But that is our first obstacle. While we're fresh and energetic, we are going to climb up that ridge. Let's do it. Jen has looked at the altimeter and we're at
76 feet above sea level.
976 above sea level. So we'll check it again once we get to the top of the cliff, bluff, ridge, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be a long climb. Okay, so we're on a little bit of a path here, and I think we need to turn and go up that way, dear.
No, I think we need to keep going.
Do you?
I do.
Because that looks like it just...
Not marked either way.
No, they're not. Either way, basically we got to go up and cross railroad tracks in order to get to the path that goes up the side of the mountain, hill, whatever. So just let's go up.
This one?
Yep. I also made the executive decision that I was not going to bring the tripod because of climbing the big hill over there, and because it is such a busy park, I'm not going to be able to do a lot of sit it down, get shots of us walking down the trail. There's just going to be so many people around. Another thing going on today is I've actually got new shoes to try out. I do like the Merrell brands. I've had some really good experiences with the Merrell shoes that I use, and I like them. But the ones that I had are kind of wearing out. They're also a heavier waterproof boot, and I want to get into something a little more lighter weight. Doesn't have to be waterproof or anything like that. I don't need it all the time. So I found a Merrell shoe called the Forester, I think it's called. It's non-waterproof, but it still has a leather outside shell on it. It's not that mesh stuff that rips apart real easy. At least it does for me. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where the trail going up the cliff here is.
That's not it.
No, that's not it. They actually have it kind of paved, last I knew, with concrete or blacktop or something like that. But I don't know if it's ahead of us or behind us. Okay, so we kind of made a mistake already in that we were kind of sticking close to the shoreline, and then when we got up on the railroad tracks, we actually turned left and started going northwest in a way. That was the wrong thing to do. We should have turned right, gone more east with the railroad tracks, because that would have met up with a path out of the beach park area, and then that comes up right up here, goes straight across, and now we can go up the hill. Yeah, this is definitely where we should have been. So actually, if you want to climb the cliff, stay on the sidewalk area that's closer to the parking lots. Come on, baby, shake it. No, not all of it. Look at all these trails. We got one going over here to our left, another one going left straight from us. There's another one over here straight from us, and another one that actually goes right. So which one do we take? So yeah, right now we got to follow. See this yellow line here, guys? That is the Ice Age Trail. So we got to follow the Ice Age Trail, and that's where this one is going, or is it that one? Okay guys, so we took the left, and I think that was the way to go because now we're at the base of the rocks. So yeah, right here is where we're headed. Someone's actually got a small kid. They got a baby cart there. But there is a marker there that says Ice Age Trail. Balanced rock is a half mile, 0.4 mile, but it's almost all straight up these rocky cliffs. You're gonna have me carry it now, aren't you?
I'll try it for a bit since you gave me a hard time earlier.
I told her that she's gonna give me the pack as soon as we got to the top, and I was gonna carry it the rest of the day. She goes, well, no, I was gonna give it to you at the bottom of the rocks, and you're gonna carry it the rest of the way. So her walking stick is a high-tech tripod leg that she modified. So we just let a couple of people go in front of us, that way we're not holding them up, because we are seriously going to take our time going up here. So let's get going, dear. And yes, I am going to record your big butt the entire time.
I just knew it, and I'm already glad I brought the damn stick.
Yeah, Jen's hips aren't good, her knees are and getting worse.
And my balance.
And she still has not recuperated from that day in Chicago.
Actually, I have.
You think you're fully recovered from Chicago?
I think I'm fully recovered just in time to re-injure everything all over again.
So I am going to stay behind her so I'm not whipping up these rocks and leaving her behind. So I'm going to stay back here. We'll stop when we need breaks. Don't you love how they put the rocks in a step going up? Makes it a little easier instead of climbing the surface of big boulders like that and weaving through all that crap up there. Yeah, ankle grabbers everywhere along the path, even on the flat sections. How you doing, dear? Are we a quarter of the way up yet?
I have no fucking clue.
All right, from down here we can see balanced rock already. That right there is balanced rock. So right up there is the top. We're still a ways away yet. Jen's just trucking along, leaving me behind.
You told me to keep going.
Yeah, keep going. So I just wanted to show you guys what I meant, that they actually do use concrete to hold pieces in place. So we have a good walking path going up. That is not to say that everything is secure and tight and doesn't wobble, okay? Some rocks are at angles where you can really slip quite easily. Jen has found that out a few times already. And some of them are just loose. You know, this concrete's probably 50 years old or more. So yeah, some rocks have broken loose just a little bit. So you go to step on it and it kind of wobbles and then your butt puckers and cool spots though. It's like a little cavey thing back there. It doesn't go back very far, maybe 5-6 feet. That's about it. Nice shady spot to rest though. So now, years ago when I was younger, and we would come up here at least once a year, I remember the surface, the whole cliffside was a lot more exposed. You know, these pine trees weren't nearly this big. All right, I'm gonna put you guys down so I can keep climbing. Okay, so we found this big, huge rock here and sat and had a little bit of a break. A couple came down, and the lady she was talking to us, said that we were just about there. And she had a real heavy accent, so I asked her where she was from. She was from Czechoslovakia. Apparently they moved here a long time ago, but she still has her Czech accent, so it's pretty cool. But they said we're almost to the top, and I'm seeing more daylight up there, so I think they might be right. I asked them if we were more than halfway up, and they're like, oh yeah, you're more than halfway up. So, all right, I gave Jen a little bit of a head start to go up. So now I am going to follow her. All right, we've come a long way. View's looking pretty good, but we still have a long way to go. All right, taking a little break up here. Just let a couple of people walk by. All right, everybody, here's a nice overlook. We still have not reached the top yet. That's where we came from, way down there. So yeah, I know on this camera it does not look like much, but that's quite the fall. Wow, what a view, what a view, what a view. Okay, we have reached balanced rock. Of course, on this side it's just a silhouette because the sun is behind us. All right, we are done with balanced rock, which is just on the other side of those trees right over there. And we are not at the top yet. We are still climbing. Oh, man. It's going to be interesting to check the altimeter once we get up there. All right, let's keep moving. Still got a ways to go, guys. Still got a ways to go. Okay, so we are still going up. Hey, what's your altimeter reading from
I
here?
need my phone for that.
We'll get that checked and see where we're at. We still have not reached the top yet. And we are taking a nice long break right now. We've passed a lot of people going down, and a lot of people have passed us going up. So,
all right, I got a number.
okay, what do you got?
1,413 feet. So from the picnic table, we have gone up probably 450 feet ish.
And we still got a ways to go. But we are getting there. I think Jen forgot how difficult this really was. So we are having to stop. She says her breathing's doing fine. Your leg's doing all right? Yeah. But yeah, just the mental strain of coming up here and realizing what the fuck did I get myself into kind of hit her. But you know, this is the kind of stuff you have to deal with when you're out on the trail. You just gotta sit down, calm down. I've been in the situation many times. Take a look at my Jerry Lake segment. I mean, I freaked out because of I wasn't sure if I could trust my water and stuff like that. So I got myself in a world of hurt and I had to call for a rescue. So, you know, you just got to do what you can do and that's it. But I think we're getting closer and closer to the top, and it won't be too much longer. We've already seen balanced rock, and need to figure out how to get to the Devil's Doorway or Devil's Gate or whatever it's called. Okay, so we stopped for a little scenic overlook right there and a conversation with a couple of people. The top is right up there. Well, we had a lot of stops, we really did, but we're making it. All right, let's keep going. All right, Jen, here we are. This is technically the top of the cliff. You got this little map thing here. Oh, awesome. Dear, you did it. You did it.
Actually.
Now the good part is that we have to go back down, but we'll go down an easier way. Okay guys, so here's the train lane we crossed. We came all the way up here, zigzagging all the way up, it's all balanced rock. We are now here at this intersection of the East Bluff Trail, East Bluff Woods Trail, and we are going to follow the yellow, that's the Ice Age Trail, down here a little bit to this little loop here, and that's the Devil's Doorway Trail, is this little bit right here. So that's where we're headed now. And then I think after that we are actually going to double back. I'd kind of like to see what the potholes is, but I don't think so. So we are going to go this way, and then do you want to do the Woods Trail or the East Bluff Trail?
I don't know, and I'm starting to rethink, because we parked
Down here.
down here. So maybe we should just loop it around and do this and call it good.
Okay.
I mean, we won't see Elephant Rock, we won't see Prospect Point, but the two dramatic ones,
You know, and
we'll see.
I would still like to see the Effigy Mounds, but we can always drive over there. Once we get back to the car, we'll just drive to the north.
Let's do that.
Okay, so change of plan, guys. Jen's pretty beat after that big climb, and I knew she would be.
I'm not
I thought-
physically beat, I'm emotionally beat.
Well, it's both.
Yeah.
But, and I thought that this was going to be a lot more than you anticipated.
Forgot
So-
how bad this section was. I really
So
did.
we're going to do East Bluff Trail right here on the Ice Age Trail. Come back on here to the CCC Trail to down here, and then do the Grottos Trail going across. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can look at potholes if you like, but I think it's going to be more of this.
You think? Okay, it very well could be. Okay, so we got a plan. Let's head over towards Devil's Doorway. Okay, so on one of the within the last couple of stops we did before we got to the top, Jen and I were sitting there for quite a while, and we were just talking back and forth, and we were she was making a comment. She goes, how would this rate on the terrain difficulty and trail difficulty? Well, I know in the Ice Age Trail book that they rate this a 5. Trail difficulty, terrain difficulty, hill difficulty, I think those are both 5s. And I just jokingly said, you know, this is a 7 out of 5 for hill difficulty. So yeah, it is really, really tough. It really is. Did we ever get the elevation?
Oh, 1442.
1442, so that gives us what?
It puts us
Just shy of 500?
just shy of 500 from the picnic.
And technically, going that way still gives you a little more elevation. So if you actually get to the highest point of the top up here, it probably would be close to 500. This is what it's all about, guys. God, look at the view. Got vultures circling around over here. Just see for miles, a couple of miles across the way. I can see for probably about 15 miles down that way. Just amazing, amazing view.
A couple of them. Like at least 3. Circling on the updrafts.
So I can't remember if I actually recorded it or if I just told Jen, but I've never actually been to Devil's Doorway before. So yeah, I've never actually been to the Devil's Doorway. I've seen it, but I've never had the courage to cross a little broken chasm that is, you know, you gotta cross it to get to the door. I've never done it before. Okay, so we did get to the Devil's Doorway intersection, so we have to go down there. but it kind of loops around a little bit. So we're actually going to stay up here and see if getting down by the Devil's Doorway is a little bit easier at the other side of the loop. So let's go that way. Okay guys, so we got to the Devil's Doorway loop segment. This is the other way down. It is pretty steep. Jen is going to go back to the other segment, back down the trail that way. I am actually going to go down this way, just because it's so steep and difficult, and that's what I want to do.
I want a drink of water before we get going.
You want to take a whole bottle?
No, I just want to.
Okay, I am actually down on the Devil's Doorway path. I just need to keep on following the path over here. I gotta watch the trail, so forgive my bad camera angles and stuff, please. And by the way, guys, walking alongside this stuff does freak me out. I do have a bit of a fear of heights, so doing this kind of stuff right next to a cliffside that I know can kill me, it takes a lot for me, okay? It really does. I have no idea if this is the actual way the trail went, or I think so. Oh, there it is. The Devil's Doorway. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay guys, so that's the Devil's Doorway. I just don't think I can do it. Other people are, but it's not much of a climb up. Let me give it a little higher. It's not much of a climb up to get in there, but basically where she's standing, you gotta really hug that wall and get inside the doorway, and that's the hard part. I don't trust myself to do it. I'm not that athletic. So as much as I would love to be able to get into that, I just can't. Oh well, it's fun being here, and it's a good overview. So yeah, I'll just take my losses on that and just enjoy the view. Yes, guys, I am going to put myself through this again because I don't know if I got the footage the first time. Oh. Oh. All right, this is going to be good enough. See, I got a really good view of the rock of Devil's Doorway. Okay, so we came across the intersection for the Potholes Trail. We are not going to take that because it's basically walking down the side of the rock cliff, just bluff, whatever you want to call it, just in a different spot. It might be a little different, a little easier, but we are going to stay on this trail, which I think is still the Ice Age Trail, yes, until we get to the CCC intersection, and then we'll take that down to the Grottos Trail, and then we'll go back to the car from there. I would like to take a little bit of time and find the bird effigy at the South Shore beach. So I would like to do that before we take off, because we're going to go over to the North Shore and see all the effigies over there. They got, what was it, like 7 of them? 7. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. All right, now just because we're on top of the ridge here does not make this an easy walk. We are still going up and down some pretty good sized hills. 10, 15 foot, you know, just up and down, up and down. So yep, we're still going up and down. Whoa, rock stairways. And then it flattens out for a little while and then goes back down. Alright guys, here we are at the intersection of the CC trail, which goes straight ahead. The Ice Age trail ends up turning left and going off that direction. Nice view though. Can't beat the views. I tell you, this has been one of the better view trails we've been on in a long time. Ready to go, dear?
Yeah.
Are you done screwing around with your pole?
No. I'll probably screw with it more later.
Okay. Okay, look at here, guys. This rope is actually for rappelling. And we just walked by some people that had some blue rope, right? So yeah, there are people out here actually rock climbing these cliffs. That's how steep they are. Cool. Here's another rope tied to this tree here. Jen said, do you want to go over and look over the edge to see if someone's coming up? So let's do it. I don't want to freak anybody out. There's some strapping over there by that tree. There's some more anchor points and strappings over there. Oh, you know me guys, I hate coming up on these edges. Here, oh, there you go. That's what you can climb up. Look how vertical that stone is. How you doing, dear?
I'm really glad we're not walking around the whole lake.
Yeah. And I think we've come to the part of the CCC trail where we are going to be going downhill. So we'll see.
And probably down the rock staircase.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as easy as we thought it was going to be, but it'll definitely shorten the trip compared to going around the whole lake.
Yeah. It's coming up on 5 too.
Is it really? Holy crap. So we're going to sit here, we're going to drink down a little bit of water, we're going to take some ibuprofen, and so far my feet are doing fairly well in my new shoes. Maybe a little more activity than I should be doing on the first major use of these shoes, but they're not doing too bad. My biggest concern right now is keeping them tied. They keep on coming untied.
My shoes do that too.
But I mean, yeah, it could just be a different way. I can lace them up and try to knot them a little bit or something. All right, so we're going to sit here and take a break for a little bit. So during our break, we're going to have some Lara bars and some water. My Lara bar is apple pie, and which one is yours?
Lemon.
Just lemon?
Lemon bar.
Lemon bar, yeah, okay. So that's what we're going to have. We'll let you know how these taste. So dear, how was your Lara bar?
Actually, pretty damn good.
You liked it?
I did. I had the lemon one, and so we read the ingredients. There are 6 ingredients in my Lara bar. 3 of them were from a lemon. Lemon juice concentrate, lemon juice solids, and I think lemon oil or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then didn't it?
Dates, almonds, and cashews.
Yeah, I think dates is like their primary ingredient. Okay, break time is done, and we are going to start our descent. We're thinking that this way is not going to be as bad as the way we came up, but it's still going to be rocky and stuff, so we'll see what happens. We've talked to a number of people now that are just actually up and behind us that have been rock climbing. I think we've seen, what, maybe 6 people, 6, 7 people rock climbing? Something like that. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. Talked to a couple of people, and they were happy to. You want me to wait for you? You need my help? Yeah, Yeah, the going down is harder on Jen's knees than going up. So I am in front of her so she can use me as a balance point, basically. She'll grab onto the pack and help herself down, especially on the large steps. The small ones, yeah, they're not a problem. It's when they're, you know, a good foot and a half deep, and then it's a little different. So we were just talking on which way to go. I think we need to go down this direction because there is a small wall built here to keep us from going that way.
I feel like I'm seeing stairs.
Yeah, they kind of look like steps going down, but this is also a lot of water runoff, so.
Please stay on trail.
Oh, there you go, right on the tree. Maybe you guys can see those little signs there.
I also saw some cement here.
Oh, yeah, there's some cement holding the rocks together, so that's another good sign. But yeah, there's the trail markers. So we are still walking down. This is a lot more treacherous trail, this CCC trail, than we thought it was going to be. We think that it's this way because of the cliff climbers that we met up above. We think that they made it difficult for people to come up here, you know, for professional type climbers. I mean, we're doing it, but we're doing it really slow. And we weren't expecting this. So yeah, we're kind of double guessing ourselves on if we should have just went around the lake like our original plan was or what, but there's just no alternate route off of the CCC. We have to get down. That's the route. That's all we can do. You know, it's actually hard enough to actually stay on the trail because it's just big rocks everywhere. You just got to look for those little pieces of cement and blacktop that are holding rocks together, and that's your trail. And when you're coming down, it's actually harder to see those things. Oh, but it's actually I'm actually having a good day.
Yeah.
I like it. The scenery is just beautiful. I mean, oh my God, look at this stuff, guys. I mean, we can see the treetops. I mean, those trees down there are 40, 50 feet tall, and we're still way above them. Just amazing. I'm waiting to see King Kong like pop his head up between the trees.
Godzilla.
Godzuki. Oh. At least it's nice and cool today. It's only topped out around like 70 degrees. And the wind's blowing, so yeah, it's just been a really nice day. All right, we're gonna keep making our way down. Not easy, and that's why I'm not filming, because I'll film when we're stopped like this, and I can, but it's too much effort to actually concentrate on where you're putting each foot. And that's what we're having to do. Holy crap, guys, we actually made it down. There's the intersection right there.
You know what else? I see a parking lot.
That parking lot. That's not our parking lot. I didn't say it
was ours. I said it was a.
That is the group site parking lot just over there. And some of those climbers might be all in a big group, but we are going to take this path right down here.
Grottos, okay.
Grottos, that's the name of it. I couldn't remember. I was calling it Fogarty and something else. Calypso.
Restroom over there.
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'll go once we get to the main beach, the southern beach, whatever you want to call it. Hey, look at that. I can see more of you. I gotta turn it on edge on its side, but I can see you. All right, so yeah, I do not want to make lighthearted joke on what we just walked down. That was very difficult. That CC trail, that is not for beginners. That really isn't. It took us almost as long to climb down as it did going up. So yeah, maybe we could have gone all the way around the lake in the same amount of time that it took us to come down off the cliff. So plan your trip accordingly. I do wish the canopy of trees was a lot lighter, because I know people are climbing up the cliffs just up there and we can't see them. I would love to have gotten some footage of them climbing. There were a couple of people getting ready. They were getting their ropes ready. They were getting their anchors ready, everything. Yeah, they even had crash pads, or as I call it, tumble mats from gym class. That's basically what they looked like.
Maybe from a gymnastics gym, not the ones you would have in gym class. And those suckers were 6-8 inches thick.
Yeah, but they were also tripled over. So I was actually looking at it going, okay, if you fall from 40 feet onto rock, onto that little pad, you're going to feel it.
Might help a little.
Okay guys, so this red vertical area here and this one here, I know people were climbing on those, but the people we saw setting up were actually on the other side of this big huge tree right here. So yeah, we can't see them climbing. Damn it. Oh well. Cool little bridge crossing over a drainage area. This is actually a pretty nice trail through here. This grottos is nice. So yeah, we just reached the intersection for potholes, and yeah, it would have been just as bad as that CCC. So I don't think it really saved us or helped us to go either way, really. I think it would have been just as bad no matter what. All right, but that means that we are almost
halfway
to the parking lot. Back to the car and go out for dinner. That sounds like a plan. All right, guys, I think we have reached the intersection for Balanced Rock Trail and the Grottos Trail. We'll just go off to our left here, cross the railroad track, and be back at the park. All right, railroad tracks. Trail going into the southern park area. There is a rock in the grass up here, so I'm thinking that the bird effigy is right here. Oh, look at that. They have the plants growing taller on it to really make it stand out.
Oh, it is on this one. Cool.
So there is the bird mound, the plaque for it, so I'll let you guys read that. And we'll walk up here. I know underneath all the plants and everything makes it hard to see, but the earth mounds up probably maybe about 2 feet high. And it is in the shape of a bird. I just wanted to come over here and get a view of this. That rock right there, that plaque. Nice. So this right here would be the main body with a wing that stretches out that direction. And then right here, the tail splits into two. So there's the point of one, there's the point of the other. So then we're looking up the tail feathers basically. And then Over here, you can see that tall grassy area and how it stretches all the way down just over the little hill over there. And then just up here, there's a little part that sticks out just a little bit right beyond that big tree, and that will be the head. So there we go. These effigy mounds had so many purposes in the Native American culture. They were here for burial reasons. Sometimes people were buried in them. Sometimes they were just for ceremonial purposes. You know, celebrating a harvest or something like that. Just to celebrate one of their spirit gods or something like that. I mean, there's probably dozens of reasons of why these mounds are placed here and there. But that is just one of them here in this park. And dear, are we gonna go try to find the others, or are we gonna go get something to eat?
What do you want to do?
I'm hungry.
I'm good either way. Right now I'm all about the sitting, so
So no matter where we go, she's gonna be sitting in the car, so she doesn't care.
right.
All right. As much as I would like to go see them, I'm just too tired.
That's fine.
That hike was quite a hike. So I'm saying let's get in the car, find something to eat, even if it's fast food on the way home. I prefer not to do that, but I will if I have to. All right, well, this is Mark and Jen saying thanks again for watching, guys, and we will see you on the road.